Meanwhile, European Union leaders have warned the UK that Brexit means it will not get preferential access to the EU single market. EU leaders have met in Brussels to discuss the UK vote. It is the first time they've met with a British representation. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has also repeated there will be no discussions on Brexit until the UK formally triggers Article 50 of the EU agreement. That's the so-called divorce clause. However, British Prime Minister David Cameron says that that will only happen once he steps down later in the year. Well, let's get you more now on that European Union summit. I'm joined live from Brussels by CCTV's Kate Parkinson. Kate, can you talk us through the highlights of the EU summit today?
Well, it was informal talks today, as you said, 27 nations here, not the United Kingdom. So this was very much an opportunity for the remaining countries in the bloc to talk about the Brexit and talk about the UK referendum results behind Britain's back. Certainly there was a lot of reflection happening, people wondering why this happened, what they can do to prevent it from happening again. We have heard talk of reforms, not new reforms, but rather a speeding up of reforms that are already on the agenda. But there aren't going to be any big changes. Certainly the leaders have ruled out opening up the EU treaties. Also here in Scotland, in Brussels today, was the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon. She was having a series of meetings with EU chiefs. She said that basically if there is a way to keep Scotland in the European Union, then she's determined to find it. At this point, though, it's still very early days and it's not clear whether her diplomatic offensive will actually produce the results that she and the majority of people in Scotland want, which is for Scotland to remain in the Union. And certainly the EU bosses have listened to her today, but they have also said that it's not their place to interfere in internal affairs in British politics.
Well, there is a tough talk, though, from the European Union there. Is this a further sign that the UK will be used, perhaps as an example, to discourage other member states from leaving?
Absolutely. This has been the strategy right from the outset. Ever since we heard those Brexit results coming through, the EU has taken a pretty tough line. No formal or informal negotiations until the official exit talks start. No cherry picking of benefits. If they want access to the single market, they have to accept all the conditions that come with that. Crucially, in the case of the United Kingdom, that means accepting freedom of movement, and we know that immigration, of course, played a very big role in this Brexit campaign. So this is a tough line that the European Union leaders and the leaders of the EU nations have decided to take, because there is a very real concern that other countries could try and follow in the UK's footsteps. We have seen a rise in Euroscepticism in other EU countries, including big EU countries like France, Spain, Italy. And so it is a strong message that the European Union is trying to send, that an exit from the Union isn't easy and it doesn't come with any favours.
Right, Kate Parkinson for us there in Brussels.